Today on Cutler's Court.
What do you want to accomplish today?
I do want to know if he's cheating. If he's cheating, I'm sad for him.
But if he is cheating, you're saying he's unlucky because he's not going to get to keep you?
Right, because I believe in loyalty over love. And that means that you've been unloyal and it's time for you to move on.
You asked Mr. Spraggins, have you ever had sexual physical contact with any other woman since you started dating Miss Shield? What did the polygraph examination determine?
The polygraph results will determine if he's been cheating. This is Cutler's Court. Olivia Shield says her boyfriend used to treat her like a queen, but now she's getting the cold shoulder. She suspects he's cheating with their clients and wants him to take a polygraph to get the truth. DeAndre Spraggins says his girlfriend acts more like his mother than his partner. He's here to prove his innocence and hopefully walk away together with a clean slate.
Your Honor, this is case number 1036, Shield versus Spraggins.
Miss Shield, you brought this case because you have some concerns about your relationship and you want us to address it. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Well, first of all, we met about 3 years ago. And when I first met Dre, he was amazing. His charisma was perfect. His work ethic was on 10. He opened up the doors for me. I never touched a bag. And then since lately, he's got the wandering eye disease, the hand touching disease, the fix your panty line disease, the forget to open my door disease. Everything that you can think of that he used to be, he's not no more. I mean, even his work ethic has changed. He seems like he's tired all the time. He doesn't deliver like he used to. I used to never have to check and find out if we had files in the Google Drive. Now, 2 weeks pass and we still don't have files. So I need to find out what's really going on with him. And I kind of think he's cheating on me.
All right, wandering eye disease.
I didn't know there was such a thing, but okay.
All right.
Do you have it?
No, that's not true, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this. Would you say today it is like it was in the beginning?
No.
Okay, so there's been a change.
Yeah.
All right, tell me what it was like in the beginning.
In the beginning, she was fun. I mean, we did everything, and the best time of my life is had good times, partied. It was more about us. More now, it's just more so work. So
all
Your work or her work?
her work.
Her work, okay.
Yeah, it's always her work.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
First of all, he knows that I'm a hard worker. And so that's the problem with men, right? In the beginning,
Problem with men.
Yes.
All of us.
You see what I'm talking about?
Every single man.
I'm just saying. you
Now,
know?
okay, tell me what the problem is with men.
In the beginning, they like how you are. They think that you're so amazing. We love that you're motivated. We love that you work hard. And then all of a sudden, once they get you, they want you to change and turn into something else. They want you to not be so motivated, to maybe stop wanting to go to work. I'm never gonna not want to go to work. I love to work. That's why most people like me. My life is based on work. I pick work over anything.
So what do you do?
I do radio. I do a magazine. I have a talk show, and we do photo shoots. We are out there in the community, and it's important. And that's why I liked him in the beginning, because when we first met, we met at an event where he was working.
But you said something. You pick work over everything. Does that mean you pick work over love?
Well,
Yes,
I'm
you do.
turned on by work. Sorry.
You turned on by work? Ooh, we need to get you out more. That's what that is. Okay, did you know she was turned on by work?
When I first met her, everything was cool. It was work, and we had our personal life. But then over time, she started getting more and more like demanding and bossy. I'm like, where all this coming
slacking.
Do you think you stopped working, or you're not working as hard, or you're not as into your work as you were before?
I think she feel like I'm not to her speed.
When we first started working together, it was about me. You know, he would make sure that I looked good before the cameras came on. And now he's spending time adjusting bras and checking panty lines. Before he would step back and be like, oh, you got to fix your bra. Now he's hands-on touching bras.
How do you know
I'm
this?
not touching that.
Huh?
How you know this?
Because I would come like, why is it taking so long? We need to get on set. We need to do what we need to do. And I look in and he's touching her bra or telling her to turn around or having extra long conversation. She should be in and out, right? She shouldn't be hanging out with him.
And so he's doing this in an area where you can see him. He's not doing it in secret, right?
It's not in secret, but
You would have to agree, if he was really trying to do something on the QT, it would be on the QT. I mean, he's doing it in front of you,
Exactly.
and he knows that you're not happy about it, right?
so then he should stop.
I'm not cheating, Yana. I just,
When we do work, we're supposed to have a group chat, and I'm supposed to be the one having those type of conversations. Why are you talking? He isn't supposed to talk. I'm in charge.
Okay, so he's not allowed to secure any contracts or models or anything like that?
Yeah, but you have to send it to me, and then I'll make sure that if we want to do it, we do it. If I don't want to do it, then we don't do it.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that
I've
the way
heard
it
that.
rolls? Did you intend to say that?
Well, you
Or
know.
was that just like a Freudian slip?
that's what
No,
I'm
it
saying. She
wasn't
just want to be
Freudian
my
slip.
mama.
That was
Oh,
how.
I don't
it
wanna
was-
be his
She was real
mom.
clear about that.
In the court papers, Mr. Spraggins said that he feels like you're being his mom and not his partner. And when I hear you use language like, I decide, he doesn't know, that is very emasculating.
Well, if he would man up, then I wouldn't have to act like that.
Listen, I could be cleaning up the house, did my thing. She'd come right behind me and clean every spot that I cleaned. Come on, man.
Why is that?
Because he didn't do it right.
I like things to be the way that they're supposed to. Don't go out and buy a purple microwave when you know that the kitchen is teal.
Let me say that if you want to encourage him to do more things around the house, the best way to do that is to encourage him.
When you are in a relationship, part of this is compromise. It can't be your way all day, every day.
I'm so used to being able to do things the way that I do them. So me allowing him to be in my life and me allowing him to have me.
Is a relationship really what you want? Because it's not just an allowance on your part. The other person is allowing you to be in their life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do want to be in a relationship, but I just want to be in a good one that understands.
Well,
that-
what I hear is you want to be in a relationship that you totally dominate, control, and that's not a relationship.
Up next,
Ms. Shields, so what do you want to accomplish today?
I do want to know if he's cheating. That's really the goal. I need to know that for myself. If he's cheating, I'm sad for him, you know. And if he's not, then he's lucky.
But if he is cheating, you're saying he's unlucky because he's not going to get to keep you.
Right, because I believe in loyalty over love. And that means that you've been unloyal and it's time for you to move on. I'm in charge. If we want to do it, we do it. If I don't want to do it, then we don't do it.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah,
I want to know if we want to do it, we'll do it. If I don't want to do it, we won't do it. Did you hear her say that?
I see that.
Is that the way it rolls?
Is a relationship really what you want? Because when you are in a relationship, it can't be your way all day, every day.
Okay, I do want to just say this. It wasn't like I just became this way. He knew how I was. He's talked to other people. I mean, I do have a really strict and I have a strong personality. He was still okay with that. He was still gentle. He was still kind. He was still, you know, passionate about me. And that's the reason why I even said yes to being able to be in a relationship with him, because he did accept me for the way that I was.
You didn't change. You've been you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what changed? And I'm wondering if it's the cheating allegations that has made the shift. I think that the cheating allegations amplifies all the things that you didn't like.
So, Mr. Spraggins, you're not getting the attention that you really kind of want at home. Miss Shield is not really being as loving as you would like her to be. Are you seeking that same attention from the people you photograph?
I mean, it could be that, because I get more attention and they're more understanding to me than she is.
Now, the question is, has it gone beyond that? Because that becomes a blurred line, a slippery slope, whatever metaphor you want to use. And then before you know it, I mean, you're in bad waters.
No.
Is that where you are?
No, that's
because
not where
she's
I'm at.
accusing you of cheating.
So we got the models, we've got the longer conversations. Are there any other allegations of cheating?
And then all of a sudden, the time with the family. I think that he says that he's going to babysit or so that he can get away, and then maybe he is. And if you hear what he says, that he has conversations, there's still those little underlining. So how are you having conversations with him?
Yeah.
When did you get their information? Because we have, like I said, we do everything in a group chat because I like to be transparent. I want everybody to know what's going on. And I love things in black and white.
Is that really the main allegation of cheating, is that these side conversations and the fact that he, and I think I saw in the paperwork, that he's babysitting for his sister, and you're like, okay, are you actually babysitting or are you actually hanging out with these other babes?
That, and of course, remember I told you about the wandering eye disease?
Yes.
And the situation.
Okay, and this, yeah.
The situation.
Or the lack of a situation. That may be the better description. Okay, all right.
So one question, Mrs. Spraggins, are you disappearing for periods of time where you're unaccounted for when you're supposed to be babysitting, but you're not?
No, I'm helping my sister babysit the kids.
What does she say to you when you're like, I'm going to take care of my nieces and nephews?
She always say I'm lying, and if I am, why would you put them before me and all that?
So do you feel like he's putting his family before you?
Yes, because you have to understand, we will have plans. We'll have plans to do something or finally be able to spend some time, just us together. And randomly she calls out the blue and asks us for a babysitter. And he says yes. How do you say yes to that when we have plans? We don't get, like you said, we don't get a lot of time. It is work, work, work. So when we get those times to be together, he should be able to tell her no.
Have you canceled plans that you all have made to hang out, to go babysit?
Yes, my
Why?
sister need help.
Sister
But you
is,
can't- hold
That's
on.
my
But
only
you
sister.
can't complain about we're not spending quality time together, and then you have quality time planned, and then you put it aside to go and babysit.
But every time I try to make quality time for us, she finds some type of work to do, or she is.
So y'all not, is this true?
work could be fun though.
Ms. Shields, so what do you want to accomplish today?
I want him to, one, man up, but I do want to know if he's cheating. That's really the goal. I need to know that for myself. If he's cheating, I'm sad for him. And if he's not, then he's lucky.
Because he gets to keep you.
But if he is cheating, you're saying he's unlucky because he's not going to get to keep you?
Right, because I believe in loyalty over love. And that means that you've been unloyal and it's time for you to move on.
Loyalty over love. Okay.
Write that down.
Yeah, I did.
Up next,
So at this time, we're going to call our polygraph expert. You asked Mr. Spraggins, have you ever had sexual physical contact with any other woman since you started dating Miss Sheila? What did the polygraph examination determine?
The polygraph examination determined
So, Mr. Spraggins, Miss Shield is not really being as loving as you would like her to be. Are you seeking that same attention from the people you photographed?
I mean, it could be that they're more understanding to me than she is.
Has it gone beyond that?
No.
Is that where you are?
No, that's
Because
not
she's
why.
accusing you of cheating. So, Mrs. Spraggins, what do you hope to accomplish today?
I just want her to understand what I'm going through and stop making it just about her.
And in order to show that you are not cheating, you submitted to a polygraph examination. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, and we have those results. So at this time, we're going to call our polygraph expert, Mr. John Yarbrough, to come in and give us those results. Tashi, would you show our expert in, please? You administered a polygraph examination to Mr. Spraggins, is that correct?
that is correct.
You asked him a series of questions, and he gave you answers to those questions.
That's correct, sir.
All right. You asked Mr. Spraggins, have you ever had sexual physical contact with any other woman since you started dating Miss Shield? What was his response to that question?
His response was no.
What did the polygraph examination determine?
The polygraph examination determined there was deception.
That's a lie.
All right.
I knew it.
Mr. Yarbrough, the question asked about sexual contact. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Would you explain to Mr. Spraggins and Ms. Shield what sexual contact means in the context of your question?
Sexual contact, in the context of my question, is anything that would be considered of a sexual nature. Hugging, prolonged kissing, anything that would be physical contact beyond just a friendly gesture.
With whom have you had sexual contact since you started dating Miss Shield?
Nobody. That polygraph ain't accurate.
Well, let's go to the next question. You asked Mr. Spraggins, have you ever lied to cover up your whereabouts or activities while being in a relationship with Miss Shield? What was his response to that question?
His response to that question was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph examination determined there was deception indicated.
This is your time to come clean. I mean, Miss Shield came here for some answers, and you came here to try to work on your relationship. The only way that's going to happen is if you come clean. Has there been at least one instance where you've told Miss Shield you were going to babysit and you either went somewhere else or you babysat and then went somewhere else?
I admit I kicked up some of the guys.
So you have lied to her about your whereabouts?
Yeah, I had to get away. She nag all the time. I got to get
Okay, but in terms of your lying about your whereabouts, you have done that before with Miss Shield, correct?
Yeah, it's not. She claimed cheating.
I didn't say anything about cheating. The question didn't say cheating. Let's take a look at the third question that you were asked. You asked Mr. Spraggins, have you ever had sexual, physical contact with any of your clients? What was his response to that question?
His response was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that there was deception.
No occasions.
All right.
Now he's got the I forgot I did it disease.
Okay.
Well, Miss Shield, you came here for answers.
Mm-hmm.
We've given them to you. 3 deceptions. He's like, no. And he's blaming the polygraph, which is not atypical. When people get the results that they don't want or the revelation of truth, they like, that's not true. You all are in this business together. What happens with the business?
Well, I just get another photographer. He loses. I'm the winner.
So you done?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you all 2 quick pieces of advice. Miss Shield, you come into a relationship with 2 people, you and the other person. Once you enter that relationship, there's a third person in that relationship. And that third person is the relationship. You got you, the other person, but you have the relationship. And from what I've heard you talk about today, you have focused primarily on you. You really haven't focused a lot on the relationship because you talked about work. And sometimes work takes away from the relationship. And you have to devote time to the relationship that's outside of work and is outside the other person. You have to do that together. Mrs. Spraggins, my advice to you is you need to look within and look where you may have made some mistakes. And if you continue your relationship with Ms. Shield, to make sure you don't make those mistakes again.
She's staying with me.
I would say to both of you all that y'all probably ought to move on because you're not into him. I don't know that you were ever really into him. I think it was what you thought you could do with him. And there was a period of romance, but really it has been about you in this relationship. And that's okay. If both of you know it's about you, and he's for that. But I'm not sure that he recognized it was all about you. If you find that person who wants to make it all about you and y'all happy about being about you, that's perfect. But I don't really think that's what he bargained for. And I think that that's why you all going your separate ways will probably be healthier for both of you. With that being said, that is the ruling of the court and the finding of the court. Court is adjourned.
About the results of the lie detector test, one, I'm hurt, but I knew it. I knew that he was cheating. You know, I'm happy that I was able to know for sure that it was, so that I can move on with my life. Moving forward, work-life balance for me, I did hear what the judge said. Maybe I can be a little softer, maybe I can be a little better. The reconciliation with us will, is slim to none, but maybe if he produces something amazing that turns me on again, maybe we can have it.